There you go. If you say something you want me to erase later, just let me know. Okay. So hi, everybody. We have one new person who I don't recognize on this call spot, whomever that might be. So hello and welcome. So just
Matt, you know me. This is Tom Calloway from Red Hat.
Oh, hi Tom.
Hello.
Is that an alias? All right. Cool. Well, as you know, this is kind of our informal talk. We had our more formal last week. We had some great updates from the different working groups. I think, kind of from my perspective, some of the things are to continue to kind of align the work practices between the two. I know that they may not be identical between the two, but if we can get some consistency between the work groups in terms of how they represent information, that would be, I think, from my own perspective, extremely helpful.
And I think there was, I went ahead, we have the growth, maturity, and decline meeting tomorrow. I went ahead and followed, I can't remember whose advice it was, not Tom's, but another person who may be on this call, maybe not, I created a branch off the main metrics repository for growth.
Oh, that was Ben. Ben suggested that.
Yeah, and I think, as I was trying to, because we're using the chaos metrics repo to produce the reports by interpreting the markdown to produce our which metrics are implemented reports. So when I went to try to integrate, for example, growth, maturity, and declines changes with diversity and inclusions, it was actually not a simple undertaking as Ben anticipated, and those of us who work with these repos might have as well. So I think I do think that's a really good idea for the long haul, and I'll be suggesting that to the growth, maturity, and decline group tomorrow and seeing what kinds of uptake that does or does not get.
Okay. All right, cool. When you do that, Sean, can you record that session? I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm traveling.
So I don't think I have a way to record it because it's your account.
Can you just use whatever tool?
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Think outside the box. Yes, I'll use Camtasia.
There you go.
I can do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
All
Sure.
right. Sounds good. I don't know. So I guess I know that a couple people, Daniel and Georg, you were mentioning that you got some Open Source Summit Europe. Is that right? Stuff accepted. So congrats on that in that regard. Are we all set with ChaosCon?
I think so. There was a email that Jesus initiated thoughtfully last week, and I responded to the pieces that I'm responsible for with regards to logistics. And I wasn't sure if there was, from the email, I wasn't clear, but I think maybe there's some folks who want to be there the day before along with me. I plan to check the site out in the afternoon on the day before.
I think I can go over with you. I get in midday.
Okay, I get in if all things are on schedule, I get in about 11:30 Vancouver time.
Are you going through Dallas?
So I am.
Oh, we might be on the same flight.
American?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, in all likelihood we are then.
Okay,
see you in Dallas.
Cool. Yeah, I'll see you in Dallas. And I got Kate from the LF reached out, and we have name tags too.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
We're going pro.
Yeah, so I've gotta stop and pick those up over at the booth or whatever.
Okay.
At the main site, and then we can just bring them over to the uni.
Yeah, I think we're staying in the same general area, so.
Yep. Okay, that sounds good.
Because I'm a copycat.
I know. My area sounded nice. All right, cool.
It did, yeah.
Do we have people staffing a table, Georg?
That's one of my tasks. Is to get a table. The staffing part, you let me know who might that be. I can certainly staff it if there is no one else available.
One of the things we will do is create a spreadsheet, a Google Doc with all the tasks like session sharing and table staffing, and then ask for volunteers on the mailing list. Or just
okay.
Or maybe We haven't decided yet.
Okay.
The idea that I just had is to email everyone coming or who signed up for the conference just to remind them and include in there that we are looking for volunteers.
Okay. I bet we don't need discussant people. I bet this is a pretty chatty group.
Just to keep time.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. What are we doing for lunch?
It's we go out. We don't have lunch.
On your own?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, cool. I guess that was on my...
For lunch, there is stuff on campus. And we're not charging, but I mean, do you want me to look into lunch so it doesn't take up a big chunk? Because usually people go out at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm okay with lunch.
Okay. All right.
Like
I will just let that right on. We'll just let that be then.
Yep, I like that kind of discussion. All right, cool. Anything else on that? No, I think that's all pretty good. We have a bunch of panels that we're doing across ChaosCon and Open Source Summit North America. We're kind of putting those together right now. I think there's 3 different panels across those 5 days. So anyway, we're kind of getting those organized. Just so people know, Sean, you and I need to get together at some point because we have a talk at Open Source Summit.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to do that on the plane?
No, let's do it.
We can do it before. Okay.
Yeah, and if you could do some of the talking on that one more than me, that would be good. I'm in 3 other.
I'm all about giving the talk. I know how to do that. I'll draft something for us to look at by next week.
Okay, if you don't mind, that would be helpful.
I don't.
I know you like talking, so all right, cool.
Yeah.
I do. All right. Let's see, any other kind of things that people want to bring up? Oh, Google Summer of Code, Keanu, you're almost done, or are you done?
Today is like my last day, but I made sure and submit everything online. So I would say I'm done, but I'm working on some other stuff in the meantime. So
well, I hope you learned something.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been great. Thank you, Keanu.
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I think it's been great. We hope to have you around, kind of longer than just Google Summer of Code.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I plan to still contribute.
Cool. Sean, don't forget you have your reports due.
Yeah, doing that today. Because I don't want to miss that 11 a.m. deadline.
Wait, what?
The 11 a.m. deadline on the deadline day.
Well, it's 11:11 right now. You know that?
It's not. The deadline's not today though.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had an England problem. You had a Greenwich Mean Time problem. If I recall.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll get that in, and then I think we can wrap that up. We did, just so everybody knows, the Linux Foundation is accepting the Google Summer of Code money. So we have potential travel dollars to go to the Mentor Summit. And we also have, I think, some dollars just in terms of, they're almost like thank you to the mentor dollars that we can use in a variety of different ways. So if anybody we have a little bit of cash now, so if anybody wants to do something with it, you know what I mean? Like we need a t-shirts or stickers or to help with a conference or something like that, let me know, because I know who to kind of get this rolling with at the LF if we need to get those funds available. Okay? Alrighty. What else? Other people. Let's see this.
I have a question. So we were looking for, well, this is related to the mailing list that we are supposed to have at some point, because I was looking for, well, Alicia from Viteria was looking for the place for ChaosCon in Brussels, and it seems that it was already taken, and we are looking for a close place, and it seems that there are some meeting rooms just at the other side of the road in the same place. But the point is, so I don't know if we already have the mailing list, and if so, if I can
ChaosCon?
send anything there.
Yeah, you know what? That was my responsibility, and I didn't do it. And I'm going to send an
Or anything we are doing, because what I can do is we can use a new tag or label and say, I don't know, ChaosCon, and I can send an email with that, and that's okay.
Yeah, let me. Would you rather do that, or would you rather have an actual email? Because I just did not send Kate an email. I think an actual email that would be like ChaosCon or Chaos Events at lists.linux foundation, one that's a little off the main list, would be helpful, because I think there's a lot of details that have to get covered. And if we could keep those details off the main list, I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And Don Foster mentioned something in the same line, right? Because there are a lot of details.
Okay, I'm going to send that email right now.
Thank you. So while it happens that the IBIS was taken, so we are looking for another place close to the...
Okay, not the IBIS hotel.
Same area, yeah.
Okay.
When you send Kate an email, Matt, can you also ask if we have badges that are blank so we can write names on them?
We do.
Okay, perfect.
We have 15 blank ones.
Oh, plenty. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So while I'm doing this, maybe Georg, you can tell people our plan of attack for the mail list, the main mail list.
So we have devised the ingenious plan of moving everyone over. It involves shutting down the old list and setting up the new one. And when I say shut down the old list, I mean just set it into everything gets moderated. And when you try to send to it, you get automatic reply saying, oh, we actually moved. Please send it again to the new list because we will not accept it here. And then we'll send out weekly reminders to everyone who is still subscribed to the old one that they should unsubscribe and subscribe for the new list. And thereby, everyone who pays attention will move, and everyone who doesn't pay attention, we just lose them. But that's the way it is. But we will not mass move people, because signing people up for a mailing list, especially when they're European and fall under the GDPR rules, it's kind of dangerous to just sign them up for anything. So we'll politely ask. That's the plan. And my hope is to all this.
Yeah, lack of comment is good. What's that, Georg? I'm sorry.
Yes, good job.
I was trying to say that I would like to get this done before ChaosCon and Open Source Summit, so when we recruit new people, they all sign up for the new list.
Okay, so email sent to Kate for Chaos Events. All right, what other things do people have? I think we're just kind of rolling, I think, right now. Again, I don't have an agenda, so other...
Let's say Sean. Sean, I will be. I won't be at the. I won't be at the meeting tomorrow. The GMD meeting tomorrow. I know we had there was going to be some discussion about the pull request that I put in.
I'll make sure there's discussion. I will represent you as best I can. If we're not able to make a decision because we can't talk to you, we'll just put it on another agenda for later.
Okay. I would like to emphasize that it's not an attempt to change the process. An attempt to merge the structure
Yeah, I thought it was when I looked over the pull request, I thought it was very helpful in that regard. So but we'll see I don't anticipate a lot of contentious discussion over it. But we'll see.
And then as you're adopting the new structure, maybe you saw last week at the diversity and inclusion meeting, we discussed documenting the structure and the rules for how we arrived at the structure. I don't know if you saw the email that I posted to the list afterwards.
I did. I
But
did
maybe
see
that's
something about that. Yeah.
Just take a look at that email again.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you, Georg.
You're welcome.
So then one last thing that's on my mind. I think as we approach the year mark of the Chaos Project, I think we've spent a lot of time getting our categories established, getting just people engaged and people involved, doing a lot of outreach through conferences. We've been doing a lot of stuff over the course of the year. One of the things that's kind of going to be on my mind moving forward is particularly now that we have the D&I work group doing some awesome work and the growth, maturity, and decline work group doing some awesome work, is trying to start understanding how these metrics live in the world. And so understanding how, say, organizations or community managers are actually using the metrics to make decisions and what those decisions are. So for example, if we have a metric of say downloads and it's not informing any decision at all, there's no narrative around it, then maybe this isn't a metric that we need to focus on too much. But trying to understand what are the metrics or the composite metrics that people care about in terms of actually affecting change within the way they work. That's kind of on my year two. I think we're starting to get some really awesome work done, and understanding how these things live in the world and actually affect change is kind of step two, I think. But I think maybe, I don't know. Those are my thoughts right off the bat. And this will just take some field work effort.
No, I think keeping how people are going to use the metrics in front of us now is important. I agree with that.
Yeah, and we're going to have to come up with a way to kind of consistently tell that story. So it's not just like this one metric was used this way by this group, and this one metric was used this way by this group. That we don't just have it's not just a lot of noise on the different ways that different communities or different project managers or different organizations are using particular metrics to affect change. We're going to have to come up with a nice way to kind of package those narratives that are meaningful, not just one by one, but ways to think about how to package them for downstream consumption.
Yep.
I don't know what that looks like yet, and I think that's going to take some time to figure out. If anybody has a solution, you can give it up right now. But
my first thoughts on this is that we have a matrix setup where we have organizations using multiple metrics and metrics being used by multiple organizations. And so we can either describe the columns or the rows of that matrix, in nice stories. And
what are the columns?
The column, just for the sake of it, let's make the metrics the columns. So download being a column, and then the rows are different companies, and then we check every company that has
that use that in a meaningful way.
And I'm not saying that the matrix display is what we want to use. I'm just saying that's the way I think of it. So we either describe the row and all the metrics being used for making decisions in one company as a case study by company, and then link out to other case studies that include the same metric. So basically we have a blog and tag each story with what metrics are used in each story. Or we just have, I don't think the story on each metric is as powerful, especially as it changes as we get more stories coming in.
So in your matrix, I don't want to go cell by cell, because I think telling a story from every cell, okay.
Yep, see ya.
I think going cell by cell would be, that's what I don't want to do.
Yep.
But if we could tell it column by column,
So metric by metric.
or yeah, metric by metric.
So that's basically taking the metric detail pages and then filling out the where is this used part and writing.
Yeah, well, so like if one particular metrics, let's say you have downloads, right, as a column, and we talked to a number of organizations and we talked to a number of projects, and none of them really use downloads in a meaningful way, right?
Yep.
There's no checks in those boxes according to your matrix, and there's no story to tell. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if we have I don't know, age of issues, I'm just totally picking random things right now, but age of issues, and a lot of people a lot of organizations and a lot of communities use that in a meaningful way, then maybe we write a narrative at the bottom of that column, which is age of issues.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. How about we have a blog of two types of stories? One is the column, the metric story, and one of the organizational story, where each time we interview an organization how to use metrics, we have a certain path that we follow, and it's like a success story that companies would post for someone successfully using their product.
Yep.
Do the same for metrics, and then after we collect a couple of them, then we are ready to write the columns, the metrics, where we
because we can see that a particular metric, whatever it might be,
yeah,
time and time and time again,
correct,
across many organizations. Okay. Okay. Did you write that down, or am I supposed to write that down?
I think we both write it down.
You write it down.
And as it comes to the diversity and inclusion metrics, that aligns with the doctoral work that I'm planning. So I'm happy to work on that.
Okay. Okay, well, I think that's a good first start as a way to think. That would be good. Alrighty. But I think some of these narratives that I keep hearing time and time again that people are wanting to see. I think it's just to orient them, just to orient around the metrics and to orient around the work.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So
Great.
that's all.
I think, okay. Anything else we should discuss, y'all?
Yeah, quiet group today. That's okay.
That's not the monthly meeting, and we had a good one last week, so.
Yeah, we did have a nice meeting last week. So, all right, cool. Well, until next. Does anybody have anything burning? Daniel, Georg, John, Kevin.
On ChaosCon, we had a presentation slot opening up, and so Kevin and I proposed to the committee that we present findings from our interviews that we've been doing for the last couple months. So
I'm good with that. I think I said to the list.
Yep, I saw your thumbs up.
Yep, I totally agreed with it, at least offline. Okay, cool.
And then I will update the schedule accordingly.
Gosh. Well, we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Not you, Daniel. Sorry.
Nope, I'm sorry, but have fun.
Jesus is coming, right?
Yeah, Jesus, Manrique, and Sandy.
Okay.
3 of them are going there. So
Okay, sounds good.
take some photos. I will see them.
Yeah, we'll take photos and send them your way.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I'm an expert at photo taking.
Yeah, who's taking pictures at ChaosCon?
I'll have my camera there as usual.
Okay.
I think I'll probably take some as well, because I'll have the camera for filming the marketing thing.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Daniel, we might be reaching out to you for a quote, just so you know.
4 again?
We're putting together a marketing video for Chaos.
Okay.
We're doing it here at the university. They're going to put together 2-minute like overview of what chaos is. And yeah, right. I mean, it's about as complicated as you think.
Happy to help.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody.
All right. Thank
Till
you.
next time.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.